people, my name's Mark. Welcome to the Lapidary Dungeon. Today I have some cool rocks that I have self-collected over the years, and this year perhaps some of them will be representing trips that are coming up. Let's have a look. All right, we got the top-down mode. Hope it looks good. And also using my cell phone here because it's really good at getting close-ups. But anyway, I've got at least 10 rocks here. I have 10 kinds of rocks. I'm going to count them as 10 rocks. And all of these are rocks that I have picked up off the ground at one time or another this year or past years. And I think they're all very interesting and cool. And so I thought we could look at them. I thought we could make a video about rocks. So this is a piece of quartz. And I was going to get a magnet and have a magnet here so I can show you, but it's a piece of quartz, and I think this is metallic hematite in there because a magnet sticks to it. So it's got to be extremely high in iron for a magnet to stick in there. Let me dunk it in the water for you. It's kind of cool. And I found this rock basically around Halloran Springs. Halloran Springs is a place that I have a video walking around, camping, spending the night at Halloran Springs. And while I didn't find this rock during that excursion, I did find it on a previous excursion there. And it was the only one of its kind. I was just wandering around, and I walked through a little valley, and I saw this cool rock, you know, a big obvious piece of quartz. And I said, that's a nice piece of quartz. I brought it home and I cut it, and it's beautiful. I love this rock. Mojave Quartz. And it's not polished or anything. Those are just slab saw cuts. All right, here's one you've seen before. Nephi palm wood. This is my best chunk of Nephi palm wood. I've been out there numerous times, and I've only really found palm wood one time. Really is all just one time. Maybe it was 2 times, I don't know, but I've been out there, and it's pretty rare to find palm wood. Let me dunk this one for you. Doesn't change too much, but someday I'll put a polish on this end perhaps, and definitely I'll be filming that and making a video of it. But until then, I just love it the way it is. I really like that that red in there. Nephi palm wood. Pretty rare these days. And this is a nice big piece. It's about 9 pounds or so. All right, here's a big one. This is a Dugway Geode, or a partial of a Dugway Geode. And I went, here before, Nephi palmwood, that's the location that I went to. I have several videos of the Nephi area. Feel free to check them out if you like, right? Nephi, that's great. I want to go back here, definitely. All right, Dugway Geodes. Dugway Geode beds are in Utah, And I went there this year and this summertime and filmed it. And so I have an entire series coming up about the Dugway Geode beds. And pretty cool place to go. Got a great big one there, and some of these smaller ones that I actually picked up off the ground on this last trip. Let me dunk them for you. Now these are more of the average size that you'll find out there. Nice pair of geodes. Dugway Geode beds. So I went out there, I spent the night, like 3 nights, 4 nights, something like that. Me and my dog. That'll be coming up this winter. Hopefully I'll get to those videos before too long. I don't know that it'll be before the end of the year, but we'll see. Dugway Geode. These fluoresce, and I'll get a video of them fluorescing. This one has a very interesting fluorescence to it. Oh, here's a slice of a Dugway Geode. With the rhyolite, quartz. Cool stuff. I like Dugways. All right. You've seen this piece before. This is some fossil wood from southern Utah. It was polished, but I just got it wet with my wet hands. But we just polished this one up the other day, trying to break in my new Kingsley North XTR wheels. And so I polished this one on the wheels, and this one I polished previously. But this was, I went there this year looking, hoping to find some more of this wood. I didn't find any more like this, but we did have an excellent adventure, and I filmed it. And so I was going to polish this one up too. I just haven't got to it yet. But this is some fossil wood from, southern Utah. A couple different places you might find wood like this. Pretty cool and awesome rocks. Some of my favorites. All right, this is a rock that I found on some of my very first rock houndings. It was a bigger rock, but it's been cut and used a few times over the years. And this came from New Mexico. And I can't remember, some kind of mining district. Oro Grande. That's what it was. Oro Grande Mining District down in New Mexico. I think it was a copper and silver and gold mining district. And a couple years ago, I went there and did some rock hounding in the hills, and I found this rock. And I'd love to go back there, and we will eventually. But I just wanted to show you this rock. I like this rock. It's copper ore. I don't know what it is. It's got greens and yellows and some, you can see the colors, but cool rock. Oro Grande Mining District, New Mexico. All right, here is some red jaspers. And this came from pretty much about the same area as this red and black wood. This red jasper, if you look at it real close, it's super cool. Super nice jasper. Just has micro orbs in there, and it's got little silvery flecks. Like, I don't know what the material is, but it's definitely silvery in color. Just a beautiful red jasper. And I went looking for some more of this kind of jasper, and didn't find it, but filmed the search, and that'll be coming. That will be coming. Here is a piece of horn coral, fossil horn coral, rugose, solitary horn coral from, I don't know, 350 million years ago. And I found this piece. I obviously have a red horn coral videos, 4 of them, I think, of going up there on the motorbike and spending the night, a couple nights, and farting around, finding horn coral. But I found this piece the first time I ever went up there, and I just love the texture that it has. The way that it eroded. It's just cool. And it's got little micro druzy on the top there. May not be able to see it too well, but I just love this piece. And I polished the bottom so that it sits nicely. And this is, I'm not a big rock collector, but this was something that sits on my shelf. A beautiful piece of red horn coral right here in Utah, about 60 miles from my house to go find this kind of material. All right, what's next? Okay. Some of you might have seen material like this before. The next video series that are chronologically coming up would be this trip right here. And this is Kokoweef Cave Formation. And it's calcite and aragonite, perhaps, those kind of materials. And this came from the Kokoweef cave system and was mined out of there. Kokoweef has kind of a very rich history to it, and if you want to know about that, there's plenty about it on Google. And so I went back to Kokoweef. I have a couple videos that are already published about the area, but I did go back there, and I was able to get up on top of the mountain, or the side of the mountain anyway, and collected several buckets of material like this. Cave formations and various calcites, aragonites, and whatnot. Very cool. Very cool. And like I said, that'll be coming up soon. I'll start working on some of those videos here shortly, perhaps tomorrow. Kokoweef Cave Formation. All right, and here's a cool piece of rock. This is from a place I went and visited this year and filmed it. Perhaps some of you have heard of it. This is from Hubbard Basin, Nevada. And I went to Hubbard Basin, Nevada, and I spent, 4 nights there. And went around and found a lot of cool rocks, and this is a special one that I found. It's just it's yellow jasper, but it's got the botryoidal formations on there, chalcedony, and it's got a little cave in there with botryoidal in there. And I haven't really cleaned this up too much. I just rinsed it off and maybe scrubbed it with a scrub brush, but it's pretty cool. Let me dunk it for you. So if you want to see me find rocks like this one, stay tuned. They'll be coming. Those videos will be coming. Pretty cool. I love this rock. It's one of my favorites from that trip. Got kind of some of the host rock. This is the kind of rock that you find in the majority in that area. Very cool. All right, over here, let's go with this one as the beginning representative. So this is also from Hubbard Basin, Nevada, and it's a limb cast. Chalcedony, limb cast, hollow. What a cool rock. And, Hubbard Basin is a kind of a famous place, I guess. I mean, I've seen its name in print many times. And what cool pieces of fossil wood they have there. Here's another. So that's the original one. It's pretty cool. I like this one. I really do. It's hollow all the way down into the tip. Got a little hole in it right there. But I did find some other ones. This one is a little bit bigger. Got a little bit of hollow going on. Chalcedony limb casts. Very cool and interesting. A couple of others. Let me see about dunking these. It was so fun finding these limb casts. Just a super cool thing, you know. You're walking around and you just see, boy, that looks kind of like a piece of fossil wood. And you pick it up, and very satisfying. And I filmed all of it. All right, so let's look at this Dugway Geode. You can see the little dust flecks floating around, but pretty cool green fluorescence. There's that slice. Here's the big one, the big geode. And it has some really interesting red fluorescence down in there. Wandering around at the Dugway Geode beds, I mean, when you do this at nighttime, it was really difficult to film, to catch it on film or, you know, on video. But when you wandered around with the flashlight, the ground just basically glowed green and orange. Pretty cool out there. So, looks like the Kokoweef doesn't really fluoresce too much, but seems like I'm getting some fluorescence off the chalcedony of this Hubbard Basin chalcedony. So this is that piece of jasper, and the botryoidal chalcedony on there is definitely fluorescing green. Pretty cool. All right, well, I thank you for watching, and I hope that you will hit that like button. I hope that you will subscribe to this channel. I'd really like to see it grow. Putting a lot of effort into it, and you know, if you like the content, support the channel with a subscription. That would be great. Thank you very much. See you later. Bye.